Yo, hello everyone, this is Dr. Machakis. Right now, I'm gonna go start some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, because this game is awesome. So I'm gonna go start off with obviously the first case, which is gonna be the first turnabout. So let's find out what's gonna happen. So, as we have just seen, that guy's gonna go blame the murder on the other person that was just walking by. So we'll figure out who these people are. So this is Phoenix Wright's first day at in the courtroom as a defense attorney, and this is Mia, his mentor, and but we'll just keep going. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's new to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's over. And it's just, the client's name is Larry Butts. And I don't feel like saying this part anymore. I'm not gonna repeat everything they say. But I'm just gonna mention like characters. Larry Butts is like a childhood friend from Phoenix. I mean, I'm not sure if they're like best friends, but I know they knew each other in grade school. And, well, apparently now he wants to kill himself because the murder victim happened to be his girlfriend. So, they're just gonna be complaining like a baby, crying over a girlfriend that, I don't feel like spoiling, but we'll find out why this is a really stupid reason to cry over. A girlfriend. Dude, whatever. So we're gonna continue the story, I guess. But first, Phoenix Wright is gonna be like, "My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school." Oh, they are best friends. Well, I'm glad I played this game before and I knew all the details. And he has a motto that follows him: is when something smells, it's usually the butts. And it's been 23 years since he knew him. Wow. Yeah, he has terrible luck. Let's go. So Phoenix Wright knows he's innocent because, he just knew he was just unlucky and he wants to save his life because, we'll find out why he wanted to take on the case by the end of the case. Or unless he mentioned it right now. I think he did actually, where he mentioned that he kind of became a lawyer because of him. But, whatever, just, Phoenix Wright is just gonna go kick this prosecutor's butt in the courtroom. So the judge is saying this is my first trial, so we're gonna go answer a series of, 3 questions regarding the case. So, let's see what the first question is, Judge. The test will consist of a few simple questions answered in clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant's name is Phoenix Wright, of course. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Not lawyer, defendant. Larry Butts. That's who it is. And what's the next question, Your Honor? What's the victim's name? Well, we're supposed to go to the court record, because they never mentioned her name once, but this is because I'm feeling no. I'll just show you guys what it is. So the victim's name, what is it? Let's go to the court record right now and look at the autopsy. There's Cindy's autopsy report. But, you know, that kind of helps. But what about her last name? Just go and her name is Cindy Stone. So we're going to go on and, you know, Maya's just going to explain to us how we have to use the court record to check out all the information we required, the evidence and the profilers, okay. Cindy Stone, if you chose cinder block, then, well, cinder block. So what was the cause of death? And if you check the autopsy report, it's going to mention loss of blood due to blunt trauma. So, hit with a blunt object. And these are the 3 correct answers. So, come on, Judge, keep going. Let the prosecution say their opening statement, and then, you know, bring in the first witness. Mr. Wright just told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying in the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. So, the prosecutor, his name Mr. Payne, Winston Payne, if I didn't mention his name before, and he's going to go question Larry Butts. And we'll find out why he shouldn't have been crying over the girlfriend. Right here, with Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Yeah, well, Larry Butts is, clever. What do we mean is dumped? Yeah, in fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. I probably can do, really bad impersonations of people. Which, I don't know, they might all end up sounding the same regardless. Maybe not, whatever. I'll try, okay? That's all that matters. She happened to be murdered the day after she came back. She was a model, did not have a large income. She had several sugar daddies. This is why, you're not supposed to cover the girl, Larry. Well, I mean, I guess you didn't know that before, but you didn't know she was dumping him. I mean, she wasn't going after him. She wasn't, calling him or stuff, for a while. But, whatever. So, let's go. We have to raise an objection. Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh well, he's just gonna talk about her regardless. So he wants to see her in the afterlife. He's really crazy. Apparently we have established a motive, but we don't have decisive evidence, so we're still in the clear. This would be one quick case if they, established everything in 5 seconds because of just Ah, this idiot. What do? I guess stab him answer, honestly. So I'm gonna send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Why was he actually there? I think that was the question. Well, whatever. She was at home, so like I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant's lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. So the person who found the dead body, who is this guy that saw the dead body? I wonder who it is. I mean, it definitely was not the guy at the beginning of the cutscene at the beginning of this trial. He was apparently a newspaper salesman. Mr. Frank saw it to the stand. Yo, it's this guy. He killed him. But as of right now, we don't know. Well, we know, but they don't know. Phoenix Wright and everyone else in the game does not know. But to be honest, we know. So we're gonna do our first testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. So, well, apparently we can't defend against a testimony like that, but Mia's just gonna warn us, like, he has to be lying, because, well, obviously, if you think Larry Butts is innocent, there must be a lie. You have to find the contradiction. So he's going to give us a record of the blackout. But he mentioned that the phone was not working, so can't use it there. But it's good enough I beat the first case recently, so I know what the where I can do it. But like in other cases, even though I played the game, or every game in the series, due to like having not played it long enough, I probably gonna forget stuff. Like some things will be like obvious, some things will be like, I don't know what to do. And then like, well, stuff is gonna happen, and pray to anything retarded, like thinking I know the answer, but I know the first answer for a fact. You gotta read everything and gotta pay attention to all the court record. If you paid attention to the autopsy report, screw you, just go straight to the 1 p.m. Because I found the contradiction already. You could press on the details, you could press for more detail, but it's not really necessary in the first case as well. But I mean, it makes things easier, but I'm not going to do it with pressing it, because as of right now, they never told me about pressing it. So I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. And look what the autopsy says. The autopsy says 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and that was the time of death. So, present the evidence. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? 3 exclamation marks. No, that, objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sard, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Good job, Phoenix. Point that contradiction. Crap. You know what, screw it. I'm just gonna leave it in there. I don't care. Make fun of me all you want. My voice cracked. Oh well. So next testimony, how the time was discovered. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. So that clears everything. So we're going to cross-examine it, and if you pay attention to what Prosecutor Payne was talking about before, how there was, what is that? Oh, yeah, the blackout, there would be no electricity. So just point out the contradiction by saying that there's a blackout. Objection! Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecutor just said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! The defense is a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Saw? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawyer. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Well, actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Let's see the clock. I guess that would explain it. But that doesn't make any sense because the prosecutor mentioned how the murder weapon is a statue of the thinker. So where does this murder weapon find the contradiction? Yeah, the murder weapon. No, this is the murder weapon. Objection! Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? With your objections and your evidence, just who you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may, yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As doesn't look like a clock, I committed it as a statue, my apologies. I think the murder weapon is a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is the clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony? Yes, I do. There's always problems. You must always find a hole. This is Phoenix Wright's master strategy of figure out. He does this all the time. He's the master of the bluff. It's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You went inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Now look at the beginning cutscene. Just you saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's what you're so certain about the time. Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. With the witness scared to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no, I mean, I saw, Wah! Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. In fact, which is clear if you simply... Well, I examined the clock's batteries my first try, but actually, try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this courtroom. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So he heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Well, he did mention say, oh yeah, I think it's 1 p.m. before in his testimony, I believe. Whatever. Mr. Bates, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock was actually 3 hours ago. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw, try to talk your way into this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright seems he lacks the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw. Oh, that's Mia. She made it sound a little girly. Mia, I mean cheap. Listen, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think, but cheap. It's over. I can't prove the clock would slow the day of the murder. Nobody could prove that. Well, yes. But it doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I can, Mia. Wait, maybe I can prove it. We must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, let them have it, crappy Mia voice, FEW. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course, this is a piece of evidence that in my court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words, let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. If the only evidence that has not been used was the passport, because she came from Paris and the time zones and stuff like that makes the clock go run fast or slow depending on where you go. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's when the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Go home, Phoenix. That was crappy as hell. Start foaming. He might have rabies. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright, Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! Hooray! Yay! Celebration! Blah! Yay! And with that, the court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, whacked her in the head. And stuff happened from there. And now in the defendant lobby number 2, phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Like, I'm not. I give up doing Mia's voice. I might as well just go like high pitch, like, not at all, you find your own battles in there. Which I should have done instead. It's been a while since I've seen a trial on such term. Fuck. Oh, my bad. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlights now. Harry Bucks, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey, here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't it evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I like to keep that as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Sob stories. Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay? Okay, I'm not sympathizing really, isn't that right? But you have something to show your own friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Well, it's this fast massage because she brought it with her on a trip to Paris. That's it. Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. We'll make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. And that's it. The case has been closed, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All you can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. So well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess. Say, how about dinner? We'll drink a toast, innocent bunch. Yeah? Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part of it at least. You'll have to tell me more about this sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Why? Why won't you be able to keep it? But whatever. The end. Case 1 has been closed. And, well, the second case has been opened. Turnabout Sisters. Well, I'm gonna go finish off and play it another time. Goodbye, everyone.